Bowman Kutch time today is February 11th, 2026, and the Detroit Pistons just beat the Toronto Raptors 113 to 95, moving to 40 and 13 heading into the All-Star break safely in the first spot of the East. The Pistons dominated the Raptors despite missing their top two centers in Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart due to suspension. Luckily, Paul Reed stepped up in their place, scoring 22 points, while Cade Cunningham tied his season high of 6 3-pointers. There's a lot to love tonight. Cade Cunningham was the star we know he is. He only has to play 3 quarters, but in those 3 quarters, he drops 28 points, 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 steals, and ties the season high of 6 threes. It could have easily been a 30 plus point triple double. It could have easily been the season high of 3 pointers. It could have easily been a career high of 3 pointers. His career high is only 7. He was 1 away from tying it, 2 away from beating it, and he didn't play at all in the fourth quarter. Obviously they don't really. He's not going to care about those career highs, but could have gone in for a little bit and tried a couple more. He only shot 11, 6 for 11, over 50% shooting. I mean, he was a dog tonight. And he was just really comfortable. Cade's 3-point shot has struggled a decent amount this season. Definitely been a step back from last season. Probably the only step of his game that has really decreased. Everything else has improved. But 3-point shot has been a little less comfortable this season, especially on Paul's. But today he was getting in the spot. He's kind of really going to the same spot. And just finding himself open enough for himself and just comfortable enough to shoot. And he was going in. He made 3 back to back to back, like possession wise, and all knocked them down smoothly. Nothing but net on them. And I think even the next one he shot, he made just was a few possessions in between. Um, but if he can even get his 3-point shot even slightly better, consistency wise, getting more towards what it was last season, it's going to just add another element to the game because his finishing is great, his mid range is great, his defense is great, his playmaking is great, his 3-point shot is probably the biggest thing to work on. Um, but tonight he was great from it. He had all the confidence he needed from it. When he was open for just a split second, he was pulling it and he was making it a lot this time. That's very nice to see. And going into this game, the Raptors are a very good team. They're a top 5 seed going into today in the East. They're a playoff team. They have 2 All Stars, but Cade shines like he always does. I mean, he's Cade. But just if that 3-point shot can keep up, it'll be a great addition to the team that is had its best season in 2.5 decades or 2 decades. Sorry. Paul Reed, he has to step up. I mean, he stepped up last game after the Stu and Duren got ejected, but today is the day he had to start. He had to play a significant amount of minutes. He had to be the true center, and he showed up. He had 22 points. I think he had 15 in the first quarter, um, which I think the stat was that was the most by a Pistons in the first quarter at all this season. Which is not surprising. 15 is a lot of points. Then he slowed down, didn't play too much in the fourth quarter. Also had 5 rebounds. He had 4 blocks and 3 steals. I mean, and he even made a 3-pointer. He made a 3-pointer last game too. That shot of his is not terrible. I think he missed the second one he shot, but he has some range when he's wide open, which is something you can't say about someone like Duren. But obviously Duren's an all-star. But besides the point, Paul Reed, very good player, very good. Paul Reed could easily play in rotation minutes for most teams in the league. He's just the third string center for the Pistons, and lucky we do. We pay him. I think we pay him a little bit more than the minimum, but I think we actually signed up to a 2-year contract extension this last summer. But just very good rotation player when he needs to play. And Stu and Duren do miss. At least one of them misses a semi reasonable amount. And the next 2 games they'll be out, well, not next 2, but this game and then the next game they're both out for suspension. And let's do a little bit after that, so Paul Reed will have to play backup minutes. But Paul Reed, when he has to play the backup role and the starting role like today, he is a very good player. He's exactly what you need. And I mean, 22 points for a center that doesn't play a lot is nothing to not write about. I mean, it's a significant game, and he does this on a semi, not like game by game, but like when he plays, it's pretty consistent that he shows up in the minutes. Uh, I mean, it sounds like not that I'm not saying that we should play him more. It's just it's very nice to have him when he has to play because he's always going to be there. He's always like just the handyman that is always there, just when you need him, and he steps into his role perfectly. Tobias Harris had a nice night, 12 points, 12 rebounds, just a nice double double for him. Made a 3 pointer. I think he even got a block. But just a solid night all around for him. Duncan Robinson at 13 points. Last two games, he's got his 3 points obviously 3 point. But he showed a little bit more of that inside finishing, points in the paint. I think the Hornets game, I failed to see that he had. I think it was a career high from points in the paint. I think it was like 13 um, or something around there. Um, and he had more points in the paint today too. And he's just really showing out that finishing that he has. That maybe he hasn't been able to show on the Heat. He hasn't really showed the most of the season. Because he's always just kind of seen as this three and three player, not 3 and D. It's just three. Um, but it is just nice to see his game is not one sided. He has multiple levels of scoring that he can put out. Um, I want to shout out Kevin Herter, made his first three. He's missed his first. I don't keep count. It was a few. He missed the first few as a Pistons, but did finally get one to good tonight, which is very nice to see. His confidence is just kind of not there too much. His shot's not there too much at three, so hopefully he can work towards that once again in his career. Bad. 15 turnovers. Turnovers were a problem in the first quarter, and that's really Pistons weren't able to like pull out into a lead early on. But then they settled that down, and that's what let them go on a big run. And then obviously the news going into, I think today, yeah, it was earlier today that it was announced. Jalen Darrell was suspended for 2 games, so it's today, and then the first game back from All Star break, and then Stu is suspended for 7, like today, so he has 6 more. And there's 6 pretty big games, like the Thunder in there, the Spurs, the Cavs, the Knicks. There's some pretty big games in that stretch for that Stu's going to miss, and will be very missed. Um, and JD will be very, very missed for the next game because it's the Knicks. So not the best time for guys to get suspended, but it was expected. Some people thought less for Stu, some people thought more. I was actually thinking more like 5 game range. Some people are thinking 10 plus, but 7 seems like seems like a fair amount. Now that I looked at the consensus among the league, 7's like a fair middle point. But he going to be sorely missed in those games, but hopefully he can come back and not get suspended again. Next game is next Thursday. It's All Star break, so obviously the players have some time off. Not Cade and Jalen Duren. They have to go to LA for the weekend and have some fun down there. Participate in the All Star game. JB Bickerstaff and the coaching staff will be joining them. I think even our DJ, the LCA DJ is joining them for, which I found funny. But so they'll have time down there, and then they'll be able to rest for a couple days before heading back on the road to New York. The New York Knicks was the first game out of break, and that will be without JD and Stu. Hopefully, Ron Holland can be back. He's been away for personal reasons. Hope everything is going all right with him. Um, Obviously, when personal reasons, never really want to ask, never really want to dig too deep, but just hope that that he's doing all right. And hopefully he can be back in the week because he has some time off now. Likely for him and just for the team. But hopefully Pistons don't come out of the All Star break sluggish and can just get right back onto pace like where they've been. And hopefully they win because I always love seeing the Knicks lose. I always love it. Thank you.